Hello everybody, how's it going? Back here from backsadik.com. Happy Tuesday. I'm excited to jump on here with you guys, and this is like probably the number one question that I get. I get it every single day. I get it multiple times a day. And I know that there's a lot of confusion around it, so I want to have a discussion with you guys and kind of break down what I see as the pros and cons. And that question is, what should I use for my business? Should I be using my personal profile, or should I be using a Facebook fan page, right? So yes, that is like the number one question I get. I get it almost every single day. And I've done videos on this in the past. Yo, Joe, what's up? I've done videos on this in the past, like a long time ago, but I want to tell you that my perspective on it has changed a little bit. So I wanted to come on here and do it again. So that being said, if you're joining me live, just drop me a live below. Let me know who you are, so I can say hey. And if you're watching the replay, just drop me a replay in the comments below as well. All right, so let's dive into it. So first of all, before we go into the pros and cons, what I want to tell you is that you should be using both. You should not be using one or the other. You should absolutely be using both. And there's a very small percentage of people that should only be using one and not the other, okay? So let's go through the pros and cons of both. Let's start with your personal page. So your personal page is where every single person who is entering network marketing should start. Anyone who tells you that you should jump straight over to a business page is doing a great disservice by you. And there's a few reasons for this. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Melanie. Good to see you guys. So there's a few reasons for this. Number one is that most people on their personal profile have somewhere between 500 and 5,000 friends, right? And that number varies depending on who you are, of course. But in that number of friends, those people already know you, right? There's some know, like, and trust factor there. Would you guys agree with me on that? Drop me a 1 if you agree with me there, is that on your personal profile, you're dealing with a warmer market, right? You're dealing with people who know who you are, they trust you, they know you. And that's a big deal when it comes to business, right? So that's one of the pros of using your personal profile, okay? Another pro of it is that you've got that existing friend base there already, right? You don't have to build a new audience. You can basically start with what you've got. So that's another reason why I think it's good. And then the last reason is because it's free, right? You don't have to pay any money to Facebook to utilize your personal profile. These are all really important things, obviously. The second thing is this, is that many people want to run over to a business page because they want to hide, right? Drop me a 2 in the comments below if you've ever thought, can I just use a business page so I can hide from my family and friends? Come on, guys, drop me a 2. I know that you've thought it, because I think everybody has kind of had that thought before. And here's the answer to that question, is you absolutely can, but you're going to want to use it in the background at the beginning. And the reason for that is because when you're growing a Facebook fan page, it takes time. It takes time to grow an audience, right? And when you grow that audience of people, it takes time for them to get to know you and to like you and to trust you. And nobody's going to buy anything from you if they don't know you, like you, or trust you. If you think that you can just start a business page and start posting about your products on there and all the benefits your products have, and people are going to just start buying from you, you're dead wrong. All right, I'm just being straight with you guys. You are dead wrong. Nobody goes to a random Facebook business page, sees a bunch of posts about products from a complete stranger, and goes, wow, that looks cool, and starts buying. I mean, like, maybe that happens like literally 0.001% of the time, right? It does not happen regularly. So if you're using a fan page, you've got to put in the time and you've got to put in the money. It uses a pay-to-play model. In many ways. To build your audience, you've got to put in some money. You can do some of it organically, but a lot of it is going to come from putting some money behind things like likes campaigns, right? So it's really, really important that you don't jump over to a business page and think that's going to be the solution for your business if you're not willing to put some money behind it and you're not willing to learn how to use it correctly and learn how to build an audience. That being said, there's some great advantages to using a business page, okay? Cindy, thank you for admitting that. It takes guts, right? So there's some huge advantages to a business page too, which is that on your personal page, you're basically talking to a bunch of people that may or may not be interested in what you have to offer. It's a mixed bag of your friends and family and acquaintances and people you've met along the way. And there's definitely a gold mine in there, right? There's definitely some perfect prospects in there, some people that want what you've got, but there's also a lot of people that just did not raise their hand to buy what you're selling. So you're not necessarily talking to your perfect prospect. Whereas on a fan page or a business page, you have the opportunity to literally build an audience of your perfect prospects. And you can do this using Facebook's advertising tools. And that's a huge advantage, right? But again, it takes time. So from my experience, like you guys are communicating with me right now on my fan page, from my experience, it took me somewhere between 6 and 12 months to really start growing solid engagement on here. And that's 6 to 12 months of crazy consistency. Like you guys see me show up here almost every single day, right? A lot of people aren't willing to do that. They want to use a business page because they want to hide behind it, right? They don't want to be visible to their friends and family, and they think this is the solution, but they're not willing to really learn how to use it correctly. They're not willing to show up consistently. They're not willing to put the money behind it. So if you're not willing to do all of those things, stick with your personal profile. You can absolutely grow a business using your personal profile. There's a gold mine in there. Eventually, once you burn through your warm market, if you're not adding people to that personal profile consistently, or if you've reached the max of your friends limit, which is 5,000, you're gonna have to move over to a fan page, okay? You're gonna have to do it. And when you do that, you're gonna have to do it correctly. You're gonna have to show up consistently. You're gonna have to put some money behind it. But the beauty of it is that you're building a perfect prospect audience of people that want exactly what it is that you're selling. So you're not dealing with all the people that aren't interested, right? Which is a huge benefit. And then the other benefit is that you have unlimited reach, right? With your personal profile, you can only have 5,000 friend connections. And on your business page, it's unlimited, right? So you can reach an unlimited amount of perfect prospects, which is pretty cool. Don't you guys think? Drop me a 3 in the comments below if you would love to have an audience of your perfect prospect, right? Who is just like dying to buy what it is that you're selling. Drop me a 3 if that would be amazing. So yes, like there is major value in building out a business page when it's done correctly. And if you're willing, like I said, to be consistent and to put some money behind it. But most people, when they're first starting out in network marketing, they need to start with their personal profile. Number one, they don't have the extra money at that time to invest in growing a business page, okay? And they want results quickly. And as a leader, you should want your team to get results quickly. And if you want your team to get results quickly, you've got to advise them to start on their personal profile, because it will take you somewhere between 6 and 12 months to get any kind of engagement, like any kind of real good engagement on a business page, okay? Drop me a 4 in the comments below if this is all kind of making sense to you guys, because I get this question every single day from so many of you. Hi, Carolina. Good to see you. So this is how I like to describe it, is if you don't have a built out business page yet and you don't have a lot of engagement, and you don't have a big following, you need to be using your personal profile. That is your foreground for your business. That is where you're going to get your leads, okay? You're going to use attraction marketing so that you're not being spammy and salesy and turning people off, right? But that's going to be your foreground. That's going to be where you're building your business. In the background, you're going to start building up your business page. Okay, you're going to start getting consistent on there. You're going to start figuring out who your perfect prospect is. You're going to start using Facebook's tools to find the perfect prospect, right? You're going to be doing all of those things in the background so that when your warm market up front runs out, right? When you've just burned through it on your personal page, you've got this backup here that's going to become the foreground. Okay, that's exactly what I did. When I grew my business at the very beginning, I went where my audience was. I went where the people who knew me were. That was my personal profile. I spent 6 months to a year in the background building out this business page. And now I get better engagement on here. This is where my people are. I love you guys, right? But that took time and effort. So you want to do both, but don't hide behind your business page because you don't want your friends and family to know what you're doing. That is a huge disservice to you. And if you're not growing right now, if your business isn't growing, that's why, okay? It's going to take time. And you've got to be visible to the people that know you, like you, and trust you right now, okay? Does this make sense to you guys? Did you guys get value from this? If you got value, drop me a value in the comments below. I also highly recommend that you share this with your team, because I know that so many people who come into network marketing and want to use attraction marketing strategies, they want to jump right to their business page. And as a leader, you are doing them a disservice if you don't teach them how to use their personal profile correctly, right? So that they're getting leads from there. They're not spamming people. They're using attraction marketing, but they're also not hiding behind a business page where they're going to get no traction and no engagement and nothing's going to happen. And guess what's going to happen next? They're going to quit, right? They're going to say nobody's interested and they're going to quit. And that's because you have them using a page incorrectly with zero engagement on it, okay? So drop me a value if you got value from this. Share it with your team if you think it would be helpful for them. If you guys are looking for a course, right, where you can, hey Joe, where you can learn how to use a business page effectively, right, to start growing that audience in the background as I was talking about, so that down the road you can start bringing people into your business that way, then drop me a course in the comments below and I'm going to send you the exact attraction marketing course that I used when I got started online about 2 years ago. And it's a great jumping off point. So again, course in the comments below if you'd like to see that course. And I will talk to you guys soon. Hopefully this cleared some things up for you. Have a good day.